So you had a combination on Whitney's tours of musicians who she had picked to give them a chance. And then came along, or their mentors were these expert musicians, Ricky Minor, Kirk Whalum. There were a few others, Michael Baker, Ricky Lawson, the drummer, all incredible experts in their field. And that's how we traveled. We'd seen it all together. To me, he was a natural.
What was your favorite tour?
The favorite tour? Well, there were many, but I think the most remarkable tour for me was the tour of South Africa. I actually shook the hand of Nelson Mandela.
Oh,
Yes.
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 Mandela.
I saw the bishop and all sorts of manner of people there. And of course, that was a new era. So you felt as if you were being part of a new world. And you were just there to help it along in its infancy. There were problems. Of course, there were problems.
Do you know what sticks out to me about that tour in your book is when Bobby Brown wanted to go get some chicken.
Yeah, that'll always stick out to me too. And I suspect it will probably always stick out with him as well, because if anyone has the ability to have regrets, that was one of the occasion one should have had regrets. Again, as a Fortune 500 personal protection officer, I will tell you, sir, madam, we're not going down this road because it's dangerous. And they'll say, thank you, take another route. We'll do that. I said exactly the same. We can't go there. This is the crime street of the world. I want it. I want to go. We're going. So it became, that wasn't unique, but it was one of the worst scenarios. You have to take your entertainment clients by their demand, and contrary to best advice, to and through the gates of hell and bring them back safely. That was one of those occasions.
That leads me to my next question concerning Bobby Brown. What was the job like prior to Bobby Brown? And then how do you compare it to life at the job after Bobby Brown became Whitney's husband?
Well, it changed, and naturally so, because when you're a single woman and you have your friends and you interact with them, that's fine. And then you focus on a new boyfriend who ultimately becomes your husband. Once things change. And
Right.
indeed, our life did change because technically, of course, it increased our responsibility. We now have a principal to look after and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So that added to the commitment and to the concerns. And then when Bobby Christina came around, of course, now we have a baby to add to the equation. So we were traveling back from South America on a private jet. And I was sitting with the pilots, and Bobby came out of the cabin, and he'd had a lot to drink. He was a little bit drunk, and he said, David, I'm so grateful you're looking after my wife. I'm so grateful you're there looking after my wife. I was like, "Look, understand this. If the bullets start flying, I'm using you as the shield. Understand that?"